This Kanu that was imprisoned for terrorism, for agitating that our soldiers should be killed. If the same Kanu now will show remorse and also call for peace, honestly, I will be in the forefront in calling for his pardoning and amnesty for him.
This is a message for the Igbos. Stop fighting for Biafra. Even though they allow Igbo to go, Igbo cannot survive it.
You did not expect the Nigerian army, police, DSS, to protect every Nigerian or every community. It is not going to work.
So in this video, we're going to be focusing on what Sheikh Gumi said in a recent channel's interview, as well as that Nigerian who said that the Igbo people should forget about Biafra, that they cannot do without Nigeria. But before we get into this, please do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and drop a comment. Now, before we get into what Sheikh Gumi said, now we have a training video of Americans allegedly as they've touched down Nigeria. That's the American war aircraft that's touched down Nigeria. So a lady shared the video on social media saying that the aircraft has arrived. That those doubting what Trump says he would do, that Trump has finally done it. Please watch this video before we talk about what Sheikh Gumi said.
See they don't land U.S. Air Force live in Nigeria. U.S. Air Force live in Nigeria. U.S. Air Force live in Nigeria. Yes, they are killing people. Innocent children are dying. Innocent pregnant women. They will go to church and kill everybody. U.S. Air Force is here for you guys. U.S. Air Force is here. See for that in Thomas. Where be this place? Where be this place? Which aeroplane are they see? For doubting Thomas. U.S. Air Force in Nigeria. Trump mean this thing. So people were doubting. He's here now. All this rubbish will stop. All this innocent killing will stop. All this.
So Sheikh Gumi was in an interview with Channels Television recently, and the anchor said he's going to address him as the man who is speaking on behalf of the terrorists. So Sheikh Gumi clarified that he's not on the side of the terrorists, but only on the side of Nigeria because he wants peace for Nigerians. That's why he's trying to negotiate a peace deal between the bandit terrorists and Nigeria. He further stated that if Nnamdi Kanu, who was recently sentenced to life imprisonment, can show remorse and call for peace, he too is going to speak on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu so that it can be granted pardon, and amnesty. So I'll leave you to watch the full clip of everything he says so you can hear, the opinion that he was trying to create and the message that he was trying to pass across. Now, a Nigerian has also said that has also called on the Igbos to, forget about the plea for Biafra, that they need Nigeria, that they cannot survive without Nigeria. You're also going to watch this clip of this man saying this thing because he really sounded convincing. So I'd like to hear what do you think about Sheikh Gumi saying he's going to call for pardon and amnesty for Nnamdi Kanu if he can call for peace, and what this Nigerian is saying that the Igbo people should forget about Biafra and remain in Nigeria. Now, as a side note, we have a speech from one of those directors of the DSS. According to a summary of what he's saying, he said Nigerians should not expect the army, the DSS, and other security operatives to fight their battles on their behalf, that they can also mobilize, arm themselves, and defend themselves from those bandits terrorism, currently ravaging the country. Now, he said waiting for the army, the DSS is actually wrong, because before those response might come, something terrible might have happened. So I'm going to also give you the opportunity to watch everything that they said and the scenario that he tried to create. So I would like to hear your thoughts on the comment section. What do you think about this video in general, all the aspects that we've talked about in this video? I'd like to hear your thoughts on the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and of course share on your social media platforms.
The question is, let's look at the perpetrators, which you advocate for. Allow me to use the word. Do you think we should even be having a conversation with them, especially those who are killing and driving a genocidal agenda? We can maybe have a conversation around economic conversation.
Okay, first, I'm not advocating for them. I'm advocating for Nigeria so that we see how we can tackle this menace. Let me tell you, just now, children are kidnapped in Kebbi State. Then there's in Kwara. Then there's in this place. Bauchi is afraid. Yet, with such number of outlaws that can disorganize Nigeria, and you want a military that is trained to fight a guerrilla war, which even America could not even succeed in Afghanistan. Even Israel cannot succeed in a small strip of land. A guerrilla war, our army is not designed for a guerrilla war. No army is designed for that. This kind of people we are showing now. No army is designed for it. So since we have people that are ready to put down their arms, then why do you always decide it has to be kinetic? Let me give you an example. Now, this Kanu that was imprisoned for terrorism, for agitating that our soldiers should be killed. If the same Kanu now will show remorse and also call for peace, honestly, I will be in the forefront in calling for his pardoning and amnesty for him. Look, Shagari, our president, we are from the same, actually, town, or in fact, related with Shagari. He gave amnesty to Ojukwu. Look at Omar Eradua. He gave amnesty to the military
This is a message for the Igbos. Stop fighting for Biafra. Even though they allow Igbo to go, Igbo cannot survive it. Nnamdi Kanu was given the chance to go with the 5 states of Igbo, but he rejected the offer because he knows that he cannot survive with it. Anambra, Abia, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi. Those are the 5 states of Igbos. The Igbos, they are the ones that have investment all over the country, in the north, in the west, Niger Delta, south, all over the country. Why? They cannot survive within their 5 states. Hardly you see Hausa man or Yoruba man having investment in the Igbo land. The Igbos, they are the ones that are benefiting from other parts of the country. There's no way the Igbos can survive with those 5 states, even though they give them the chance. Because they have no food, they have no enough national resources, they have no seaports. Kanu was just having that big eye on Niger Delta West. He was dragging River State, Delta State, Bayelsa State, Akwa Ibom State, Calabar State, and other parts of the country. The Igbos should thank Nigeria government for not allowing Biafra to exist.
With you, when I was state director in Bauchi, most of you will remember an incident in Azari. A group of terrorists, the Boko Haram, then had invaded Azari. They were shooting in an attempt to kidnap, and the community chased them. They killed some members of the community, but the community members killed all of them. The last guy, Khalid, climbed onto a tree and was firing. The community stood, they were resilient, and they killed Khalid. Since that day, there has not been one terrorist attack in Azari. As a matter of fact, the former head of state, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, said, and I quote, "If we want to stop or curb this terrorism, we should emulate the Azari example." Tafawa Balewa also happened to be a local government in Bauchi that was always in flames. And the people of Bogoro and some part of Tafawa Balewa, where the Sayawas are, rose up on one occasion. They knew their terrain better, climbed onto trees and mountains. And when the invaders came, they did not only repel them, they seized their weapons. And since then, you can attest to it that you hardly hear about Tafawa Balewa again. What I'm trying to say, the practical approach to mobilizing people, is that you have to get everyone involved. You do not expect the Nigerian Army, police, DSS, to protect every Nigerian or every community. It is not going to work. In the US, if you visit someone in the house, you will be shocked that when the guy hears a police siren, he will just pull his drawer, bring out his gun and keep it. So one of my hosts did that, and I asked him, why are you putting gun here? He said, well, if they are chasing someone and he enters my house, I'll shoot him first. And that is the layer we have to start thinking about. How can you create first line of defense? The military, police, and other security agencies are to deal with the bigger ones, the organized ones. But it is impossible for us to deploy it to every community in the country. It is unimaginable that any security agencies that has the resources to do it. So as we live here, we all belong to one community or the other. What we have to start experimenting is how we can make the community to prepare first, if the first line of defense for us. General Wahab said it clearly. And for me, there are 3 takeaways from his lecture. By the way, the general and I were guest speaker at one program in our office, so I'm not surprised that his dexterity. He has developed some sort of expertise in what he does. But 3 things for me. He asked us a question. What is our own culture? Our culture is communal. We do things together. Festival together. Ceremonies together. Wedding ceremony, whatever. So why can't we fight some miscreants, some charlatans among us together? The community should say, you cannot come here. This is what Tafawa Balewa has done. If you go to that community to attack them, you'll be sorry for yourself. I challenge anybody to try it. And this is the way we have to do. We have to allow some level of armament for the communities, and they can serve as the first line of defense. Second takeaway from what the general said. All society approach is not the first time we are hearing. But what I'm saying, the way to do it is when we live here, those of us who have some influence, the elites in society, discuss with your communities, come to us, get some sort of approval and guidance, and then we can stop these criminals. You can imagine you call sector, let's say sector 4 or whatever, sector of the army, to come to this community if there's an attack. Before they even arrive there, if they attack another community, what happens? This is what we should take away from here.
Thanks for watching our video. Please like and leave a comment and subscribe.